Why 99.7% of Mongolia is virtually empty. Mongolia is a huge country with tiny clusters of civilization. It ranks 18th in land area, but it houses just 3.3 million people. The population density is 5.4 people per square mile. That's 3 times emptier than Australia and Namibia. Nearly half the population lives in the capital, leaving vast rural areas even emptier. Let's see why. Mongolians have been nomadic herders for millennia. Today, 1/3 still live that lifestyle. Harsh Siberian winters bring blizzards. Blizzards threaten livestock, and people migrate to cities. Ulaanbaatar is Mongolia's capital. It's home to 1.6 million people. That's nearly half of the entire population. They cluster in the area, occupying just 0.3% of the land. The remaining 99.7% of Mongolia is largely empty. Ulaanbaatar is like an urban oasis, but it's far from being comfortable. Mongolia has a cold, dry, and windy climate. Siberian air generates extreme sub-zero cold. Temperatures can shift up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit in just 24 hours. Lows of -40 degrees Fahrenheit are common. Rivers and lakes freeze solid. Ulaanbaatar endures nearly 9 frost-filled months per year. That's the world's coldest capital city. Mongolia receives very little rainfall due to the mountains surrounding it. The mountains act as rain blockers. The southern winds bring moisture, but it all turns into snow in the mountains. There's high-pressure air coming from Siberia, so no moist air can make its way into Mongolia. This makes Mongolia one of the sunniest countries in the world. It boasts about 257 cloud-free days annually. However, you won't find many forests there. Forest coverage is limited, giving way to vast grasslands. A mere 0.4% of Mongolia's land is arable. There's no large-scale, settled agricultural society. Mongolia's landscape makes it prone to climate impacts. Extreme weather is intensifying. The Gobi Desert is expanding. Warming destabilizes infrastructure on permafrost terrain. Most of Mongolia is covered by this frozen ground. When permafrost thaws, the soil shifts. This warps and sinks buildings, roads, and pipelines. Rising temperatures accelerate permafrost thawing. The county's infrastructure now needs constant maintenance. Historical factors have also impacted Mongolia's modern development. Genghis Khan united Mongol tribes in the 13th century. It was the largest land empire ever, but infighting led to its fragmentation. The Mongol Yuan dynasty ruled China until 1368. Then it retreated to Mongolia as the Northern Yuan rump state. In 1644, the Northern Yuan splintered into independent khanates. The Russian Empire expanded into Siberia. The Qing dynasty conquered Outer Mongolia, Tibet, and Xinjiang. The emperor ordered deliberate genocide. In the 20th century, Mongolia became a satellite state of the Soviet Union. At the time, the average woman had 7.3 children. After the Soviet collapse, birth rates dropped drastically. By 2000, their average had fallen to just over 2 children per woman.